In the blink of an eye, they became Porsche 911 owners and bought 2 beachfront villas. Life is wonderful. Ralph hit the jackpot, boosting his investment to $10 million, rolling in dough. At this point, Fatty founded AUI Arms, hiring people to loaf around bidding sites, seeking orders overlooked by big players. They thought they were just expanding their side hustle, but surprise. A big cake fell from the sky and they were ecstatic. That night, as David juggled the kids, he casually checked the website and stumbled upon a jaw-dropping order, like hitting the jackpot. He quickly called Fatty. Overseas, this deal needed 360,000 SV sniper rifle plus 1.8 MGP-30 grenades, 450 K-Segato missiles, and 100 MK-47 bullets. This order was practically made for them, and they rushed off to Las Vegas for the Grand Defense Tech Expo, excited beyond belief. They aimed to network with arms manufacturers, but realized reality gave them a brutal slap. For an order this big, they needed manufacturers' resources and hundreds of transport permits. As mere middlemen, they had no hope of handling all that paperwork. See total defeat. But while drowning their sorrows at the blackjack table, David unexpectedly met Henry, a legendary figure. Henry was a well-known kingpin, but after some missteps, he was on a watch list and could only take a cut of the action. Fatty and David fit Henry's partnership requirements, and he claimed he could handle all their weapon needs. And he had an endless supply of a K-47 ammo at just 10 cents each. See, it felt like money falling from the sky. This deal was too good to pass up, so they dashed to Albania for a quality check. Upon arriving at the warehouse, they were amazed by the abundance of equipment. See, it was surreal. This warehouse alone held over 126 million K-47 bullets, and Albania had 26 more warehouses. The manager casually pulled out a box for inspection, but the ammo had been stashed for nearly 40 years, making David a little nervous. The manager confidently stated that they could last a century, and Fatty eagerly shot a few rounds. Deal sealed. Back home, they submitted their $300 million bid right on time, feeling like they just struck the lottery. While on a beach vacation, David received an ecstatic call from Fatty saying they won the bid. See, pure joy. Unfortunately, since they were mere middlemen, they had to patch together financials at the last minute. So, they pulled a copy-paste hustle, writing a box of documents for the interview. So professional. To the auditors, their financial reports presented a rosy picture, but Fatty was almost on the verge of a nervous breakdown. See, it was, after all, a loss amounting to $53 million. But what could they do? With a $300 million deal at stake, the remaining profits were still substantial. Back at the office, David drafted a contract to protect himself from potential shenanigans from Fatty. Previously, they'd informally agreed to a 70-30 split, but with such a big deal, David wanted to make it official. Fatty signed the contract quietly, but was plotting something sneaky in his mind. When David went to Albania alone to ship the bullets, he discovered a major issue. Every box had Chinese characters on it. This meant these bullets weren't from the USSR at all, and if the military found out, they'd be toast. To play it safe, David hurriedly called Henry, but Henry said he only deals with sourcing bullets and the details were on them. Despite everything, they weren't ready to take on that risk. See, not a laughing matter. The next day, Fatty returned to Albania, saying there's no way to gather the bullets quickly. They had to repackage them. They found a storage company owner transferring bullets from wooden crates to plastic bags, then boxing them up. This whole process took about 45 seconds, and they could repackage 100 million bullets in roughly 8 weeks. See, efficient. The boss quoted $100,000, and hearing that, they immediately decided to go for it. The boss promptly organized a crew of 50 to start the repackaging, solving their problem and saving millions in shipping costs. Fatty couldn't shake off the loss of $50 million, and learned Henry was snagging bullets from Albania for just 2.5 cents each. With $750,000 in profit at stake, Fatty felt restless and wanted a new supplier. David freaked out, warning Fatty, without Henry, we're nothing. Don't do anything shady. He threatened Fatty that if he tried anything funny, he'd fly back home, instantly cooling Fatty's jets. But that same night, masked men stormed into David's hotel, stuffed him in the trunk, and drove to an abandoned factory. Confused, David had no idea what was happening until Henry pointed a gun at him, waking him up to Fatty's intentions. Fortunately, Henry didn't harm him. He just warned him not to play any tricks. The next day, David returned to the factory to pack up and head home, realizing that entangling with Fatty was a one-way street to disaster. Little did he know, as he was leaving, the storage company owner came to tell him the bullets were still being packed, but he hadn't seen a dime. That's when David realized Fatty was up to something, even trying to shortchange the $100,000 labor fees. To bail out quickly, David promised to wire the money the moment he got back to the States, filled with fury. Finally, when David stormed into Fatty's office telling him how he nearly got shot by Henry, Fatty didn't bat an eye.